What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So there are a few different things I want to talk about today. The first thing I want to talk about is a $2,400 boost to Social Security. So Senator Bernie Sanders, he introduced this bill, and I'm just going to give you an update when it comes down to the bill. And I also want to talk about content on the channel. So the different videos that I put out, I've had a few different people who have been very positive about some of the content I've been putting out. And then there's a couple of people that were pretty negative when it comes to the content. So I want to address that. I want to talk a little bit about that. And then the last thing I want to do, and I told you guys I was going to do this more, we have an avocado. It almost looks like a pear, but it's an avocado here. There you go. And so what I want you guys to do right now, before we even get started with this video, is to go down in the comment section and let me know how much you would pay for an avocado like this. Okay, and it's a pretty nice size avocado. Let's show it to you guys again. So it's a pretty nice size avocado. And just let me know, how much would you pay where you live for this avocado? I'm currently in Colombia right now, and I'm going to tell you at the end how much I paid for this avocado. And so that's going to be the focus of this video. But first off, on this channel, we talk about money and the financial struggles that Americans are facing today. If that sounds like something interesting to you, please subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell notification. That way you get notified anytime we put out a video. And like always, if you see my name and a picture of me in the comment section, make sure you see a check mark next to my name. That check mark signifies that it's me. If you do not see that check mark, it's not me. It's someone trying to impersonate me. Okay, so I want to give a quick update when it comes to Premiere videos. I am doing Premiere videos, but I'm doing it on videos that are 15 to 20 minutes long. Okay, so if it's less than that, then it's going to be a regular video. Now, when it comes to the premieres, I have had a few people tell me that they're not getting the notifications prior to the premiere. Okay, so let me just kind of let you know how things work. When I do a premiere, usually I'll give it about 2 hours. So I will upload the video about 2 hours before the video will be set for premiere. And so what that means is there's about 2 hours of notifications that should be going out, or you should be getting some type of information when it comes down to the premiere. And one more thing that I haven't really mentioned before, but I like to do the premieres around 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, okay? So West Coast time. That's when I like to do the premiere. So just be prepared for that. And maybe if you go on YouTube, usually if it's right before the premiere, let's say an hour before the premiere, you're going to see it in your little feed when you're looking at your YouTube videos. So just be aware of that. If you're not getting the notifications, what you need to do is subscribe to the channel. That's the first thing you need to do. And then hit that little bell notification. And that's when you'll get that notification letting you know that I'll be doing a premiere and what time the premiere will be airing. What I encourage you to do when you see that I'm doing a premiere, I encourage you to hit the notify me button. There's a little notify me button when you click on the link to take you to the premiere. Hit that notification button, that little notify me, and it will notify you right before the premiere airs, so you won't forget it. Because I do this a lot where I'll see something and it's like a premiere and I want to see the premiere because I want to get in there and I want to chat with the YouTuber, but I forget about it, right? 15 minutes later, I'm completely thinking about something else and I forget the premiere. So hit the little notify me. If you hit that little notify me button, then you'll get that notification right before it goes off, okay? All right, so first thing I want to give you guys an update on is the $2,400 raise for Social Security. Now, we heard Senator Bernie Sanders talking about this. They held a hearing, and they talked a little bit more about the $2,400 raise for Social Security. Now, you have two sides, okay? You have the Democrats most Democrats want to move forward with some type of a boost to Social Security, okay? So not only fix the solvency issue, which needs to be fixed, but they also want a boost. They want additional money, a $200 raise for Social Security. We've heard Democrats talk about that for a very long time. And so in Senator Bernie Sanders' plan, that's what he wants to do. He wants to boost it by $200 per month, okay? So that'd be $2,400 for the year. And right now, everything is pretty much on hold right now. Okay, so we were looking at Build Back Better, the second version of Build Back Better. That's been put on hold. There are a lot of different things that are not happening right now when it comes to Congress. Okay, and the senators are really not wanting to move forward with any new legislation. That's the way it looks right now. I was hoping that we would see some type of a Build Back Better bill. The only thing that I think that they're going to try to move forward with is lowering prescription medication. And that would be like a standalone bill. That's what it looks like they're going to move forward with. But that's it. I think that's before the midterms. I think that's all we're going to see. We also have other things on the agenda, like the budget for 2023. So they're going to be talking about that in September. And so that's what we can anticipate seeing prior to the midterms. Now, as far as the $2,400 raise for Social Security, you have Democrats that are for it. Most Democrats are for it, not all. And then you have Republicans that are against any type of a boost. Okay, you have Republicans that are talking about the solvency issue, and the Republicans are talking about having something in place in order to keep Social Security solvent. So we're talking about that trust fund, right? So they want to make sure that there's enough money for that trust fund so the trust fund won't run out in 12 years. So that's their main focus. Okay, so you have Republicans on one side saying, look, we want to address the solvency issue. And then you have Democrats on the other side saying, we want to address the solvency issue, and then we also think there should be a boost to Social Security. So that's where we are right now. I don't see it moving anywhere anytime soon. And after the midterms, if Republicans take over the House and the Senate, or if they take over the House or the Senate, now we're looking at a situation where that boost, that $2,400 boost that's been talked about, it's probably not going to have any possibility of happening because you have Republicans in control of either the House or the Senate or even both. And so when it comes to the $2,400 boost for Social Security, that's the reality. Okay, we're not seeing any movement right now. We might see movement after the midterms, but if you have Republicans taking control of the House or the Senate or both, then in that situation, there's really no real possibility for a boost. We'll probably be looking at just the solvency where they're going to focus on the trust fund. So I just wanted to get that out there so you guys kind of know where we are when it comes to that $2,400 raise. It's very interesting, and you see politicians do this all the time. They'll talk about something, they'll push something, and then all of a sudden they stop talking about it. And this is what's going on with this $2,400 boost to Social Security. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about the channel. I want to talk about the content that I'm putting out on the channel. Now, I'm changing it up a little bit. And now because I'm changing things, you're going to have people that are going to be for it, and you're going to have people that are going to be against it, okay? Now, I had a lot of people, when I say changing things, what I've been really focusing a little bit more on is the living abroad or the other option, okay? Because what we're looking at right now in Congress is we're looking at inaction. We're looking at Congress not moving forward with legislation. And I just talked about that. And you can either just wait if that's something that you want to do and hope that the government does something to help people who are retired, to help people who are struggling, or you could take it upon yourself and say, okay, what other options do I have? And that's what I'm trying to do with these videos. These videos are people that are moving to other countries and living in other countries and living a good life in other countries. I'm doing that because I want to show you guys another option. That's it. And some people might look at this option and say, hey, this is a reality for me. And some other people might look at this option and say, that's not a reality for me. I have family in the U.S. I don't want to leave my family. I can't afford to move anywhere else. But I'm just giving you another option. And that's all I'm saying. Now, when it comes to me, looking at the situation that I'm in, I have family in the U.S. I want to continue to live in the U.S. because I have family in the U.S. But I also see the benefits of living in another country. I also see the benefit of temporarily moving to another country for 3 months or 6 months. I see that benefit. And that's why I'm in Colombia right now, and I'll be here for another 2 months. Because of that. Because of the benefits, just like we'll talk about this avocado at the end of this video, but because of the benefits that I see, the fact that I can go and live somewhere else and use that dollar, that American dollar, which is very strong right now, and do things that I wouldn't normally do in the U.S. for a lot less money, that is intriguing to me. Okay, that's what I like. So it's not the content that I'm putting on this channel. Everything that I put on this channel is not going to be for everyone. And I think sometimes people forget that. It's just like if you're watching Channel 7 News, every story on Channel 7 News is not going to be the story that you want to see, right? It's not going to be that way. You're going to have different stories that you're interested in and some stories that you're not. And so that's what I'm trying to do on this channel. I'm just trying to give you other options. So you're not in a situation where you're looking at your bank statement and saying, I can't afford this, I can't afford that, I'm struggling, what am I going to do next? you have other options that are out there, and this is just one that you could think about. And some people, it works for some people. And I just wanted to show you that. It's working for some of these people that are moving to other countries. They're living in Colombia. They're living in Thailand and Philippines. They're moving, and they're living a better life. And I think that's very important for us to focus on. Other options. Because if you wait around for the government, I'm telling you, we know how things work. If you wait around for the government, you could be waiting a very long time and not get the results that you really want. And so that's why I'm focusing on that new content. Now, I will say there are a lot of people in the comments that are letting me know, hey, I live in another country. This is how much I pay. I'm enjoying this lifestyle. I've had other people say, you know what? Now I'm thinking about actually moving to another country, or I'm entertaining this idea of the possibility of me moving somewhere else and living a better life. And that's what I like. That's what I like to hear. And one more thing that I want to address too, because we still have people that are holding on to this forced stimulus check. When is the forced stimulus check coming? And I try to be clear. I try to let you guys know exactly what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. Right now, politicians aren't talking about a forced stimulus check, so that forced stimulus check is not coming. Okay, we're in a situation right now where we're looking at inflation. The last thing that the government's going to do right now is stimulate the economy even more. The stimulus checks that were sent out in the last 2 years, this was a unique situation. This was a pandemic. This was a time where the government shut down. It was telling businesses to shut down. And so people were really struggling, and that's why they came through with the stimulus checks, okay? I'm not saying that people aren't struggling now, because there are people struggling now, but we're looking at inflation, and the last thing they want to do is to stimulate the economy and inflation, because if you stimulate the economy even more by sending out stimulus checks, then inflation will go even higher. Okay, so if you can't afford to buy eggs right now and they stimulate the economy by sending out stimulus checks, now you can afford to buy those eggs. Guess what? Those eggs that cost $5, they're now going to cost $6 because you have more money in your pocket. And businesses see that. They see that you have more money in your pocket, and guess what? It's going to go up because the competition is there. Now, if I receive a stimulus check and you receive a stimulus check and you go to the store to buy those eggs, now that you can afford those eggs, you can afford it at $5. So you buy it at $5 and I buy it at $5, and then everyone else is buying it at $5 because we all have a little bit of extra money in our pocket. Then guess what? The price of those eggs is going to go up. And that's the fear. And so that's why we're looking at this situation that we're in right now, where they're trying to lower inflation by raising interest rates, but they're not talking about any type of a stimulus, okay? And I just want to make that clear, because some people might think that's an option. The option right now is a stimulus check that could be coming out in a few months. And there are YouTubers that are telling you this. They're telling you that there's a stimulus check coming. But that is not an option right now. It's not on the table right now. And so that's what I want to focus on. I want to focus on letting you guys know what the options are, and then you make your decision on what you think is best for you. So that's all I have. That's all I wanted to talk about when it came to that. But I just wanted to address that because there are people in the comments that are on both sides. One side saying, yes, show me more videos of people that are living in other countries. And then you have another side that's saying, no, I don't want to see any of that. That's not reality for me. Okay, I get it. It's not reality for you. But for some other people, it might be a reality. Okay, so last thing we're going to talk about is this avocado, okay? Now, this avocado cost me 44 cents, okay? So if you put 44 cents in the comment, then you're right. Now, you guys saw that I bought a pineapple a couple of days ago, and it was 46 cents. So, I mean, when it comes to buying fruits and vegetables in Colombia, very, very reasonably priced. I actually bought 3 of these, and it was $1. I think it was like $1.34 for 3 avocados. This size, okay? This is a nice size avocado. So I'm just kind of giving you an idea when it comes down to the prices of things in Colombia. There might be some people who are interested or entertaining, hey, you know, maybe I could live in Colombia, or maybe I could take a trip to Colombia. I just want you to know how much things cost when it comes to food. All right, guys, so that's all I have for this video. If you have any other questions, post them down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.